Dynamic search campaigns gave us something valuable: site-wide advertisement coverage without having to build everything manually. And if you didn't know, dynamic search campaigns are going away in early 2027. Google is recommending that advertisers switch away from dynamic search campaigns into AI Max for search. Here's something that you might not know. AI Max for search can still accomplish a lot of what dynamic search campaigns used to, but you have to put the proper guardrails in place. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 4 ways that you can turn your AI Max for search into the best possible DSA alternative. We're at least going to get it as close as possible. My name's Scott Redgate. I'm a Google Ads coach. And if you need some help in your Google Ads account, make sure to grab my free PPC cost-cutting cheat sheet. You can get it at scottredgate.com/cheat sheet, and I'll leave a link in the description below. Okay, so the first way to rein AI Max in is by using something called brand controls. One of the biggest problems with AI Max is that it can expand into top-of-funnel generic search terms. This can be a problem if you wanted to appear for middle-of-funnel or bottom-of-funnel searches. So let's talk about the brand controls that are offered in this campaign. Brand exclusions can cut down on what you don't want to appear for, and brand inclusions can keep your campaign focused on the brand or family of brands that you want it to. For example, if you're an e-commerce and you sell something like Nike basketball sneakers and you want all of your traffic to be centered on Nike search terms, brand inclusions can do just that. Your search terms list after the fact will be dominated with search terms all about those Nike basketball sneakers. This will help you avoid some of the junk that you don't want to appear for. And the opposite is true with brand exclusions. Maybe in your product description, you mention comparisons with other basketball sneakers, but you want to make sure that you don't appear for any of those brands' names. Well, simply be proactive, add those brand exclusions, and you'll be taken care of. Okay, so those brand controls get us one step closer to the accuracy of a well thought out dynamic search campaign. But let's talk about the second way that you can make AI Max behave more like a DSA campaign. Okay, so the second point is the closest thing that you can do to accomplish a DSA-like setup. You have to take advantage of the URL controls that you've been given. This tells Google what pages it's able to access and which pages it's not able to access. Instead of letting the system roam across your entire website and you showing up for search terms related to your blog or privacy policy or contact us page, URL inclusions can keep your ad group focused on the pages that you want to target. This matters so much because DSA works so well when the search term matched the exact page that was the most relevant for the user's search. So going back to that Nike basketball sneakers example, you could use URL inclusions to target your basketball sneakers section of your website. So Google could access all of those URLs, but they wouldn't stumble across pages related to sandals or dress shoes or whatever else. If AI Max is showing for the wrong search term and sending traffic to some of the worst pages on your website, URL controls are one of the best ways to pull it back in. Okay, so the third lever that we're going to talk about to turn your AI Max campaign into the best alternative for DSA is your ad copy. AI Max can generate its own headlines, its own descriptions, but here's the thing. That doesn't mean that you need to settle for anything and everything that it comes up with. Google has given us something new called text guidelines. Text guidelines allow you to exclude terms or restrict messaging that you see Google is coming up with. This will allow all the headlines and descriptions that Google comes up with stay more relevant to your brand guidelines, your offer, and even your actual service area. If the system keeps inserting the wrong area, language that really doesn't describe what you do, or just some weird term that it came up with, this is where you can clean it up. This helps AI Max feel less like a black box and more of a controlled DSA setup. Last but not least, let's talk about point number 4. This last piece is all about your structure. If you want AI Max to act more like DSA, you can't build it in one giant catch-all campaign with a single ad group. You need to segment by brand, product type, or service theme. This way, each ad group has its own job. If you segment things the right way, Each theme can have its own brand rules, URL rules, and ad copy controls. The more specific the structure you have, the closer AI Max gets to that old DSA behavior. This is where the search term, the ad, and the landing page all line up naturally. Okay, so in summary, dynamic search campaigns are going away in early 2027, but if you want to turn your AI Max for search campaign into the best possible DSA alternative, here's 4 things that you need to do. You need to narrow the brand pool, lock down your URLs, steer your ad copy with the controls that Google gives you, and keep your structure tight. It will never be the perfect clone for DSA, which I'm sad to say, but with the right setup, you can get surprisingly close. Well, friends, thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time.